This is an archive of photos from Chickenshack Housing Cooperative from about 2015, 2016 to, 2000 and, hang on a sec, 1995, 1996, 1997, the first 3 years really of Chickenshack. They're all in a jumble in terms of the time order, so forgive me for that, but I can't quite remember the sequence. It was such an incredible time, really. We were working for the Permaculture Association. We were just come back from, these photos are from the farm, actually, in Tennessee. We were sort of felt like we were connecting to a global permaculture community. And we'd had the opportunity to start our first housing co-op in this amazing sort of set of farm buildings. And 8 of us moved in. And we just kind of threw ourselves into it. And as I say, it was an incredible journey. We met so many people. We were working at the Centre for Alternative Technology as well as working for the Permaculture Association, hosting permaculture courses at Chickenshack, and slowly raising the money and learning how to get grants and things like that to actually improve the buildings because they were in quite a bad state. It hadn't been modernised or improved in decades. And it was a time of a lot of celebration and partying and bringing people together, which was what the vision always was building community, building connections, and actually being part of something for real rather than spectating life, actually really taking part of it and making a statement about how we wanted to live and trying to explore how we find the world could go in a better direction, how we could make use of the existing infrastructure to build a much more sustainable life, something much more in harmony with the environment, in harmony with community, and something that would create new possibilities. And I'd felt rootless for years, really. My family had moved from where I grew up when I was 9, and I never really felt fully connected to a place until I arrived in Zimbabwe, and many years later, which was where I first came across permaculture. And that was where the inspiration, the energy, the drive came to start Chickenshack. Was from being part of a community there in Zimbabwe and having a chance to build my own house and build up a little farm and stuff like that. So the momentum and energy that we had when we came back, just myself and Sue Cameron, was just colossal. And moving to Machynlleth, moving to the Dovey Valley seemed a really timely, good idea. Really, just it connected us to so many people, and suddenly what had just seemed like an impossible dream, because really that is what it felt like, suddenly became real, and suddenly we were doing this thing that we'd only dreamt of and never thought was possible. The point was we didn't have any money, we didn't have capital at all, we didn't have permanent jobs, just finding our way, just finding our feet. I'd been out of the country for several years. We were moving to Wales. It was a whole new reality there as well. And somehow, through networks, through permaculture, through cooperatives, through support from Radical Roots, from support from Mercury Provident Bank, support from friends, and ultimately from Gwynedd County Council, we not only managed to take possession of the farm at Bryn Llwyn, but we managed to actually bring it up into a kind of a livable state, make it functional. We got the roofs re-roofed, and we had a great timber builders that worked with us. That was about 3 years in, I think, that we did that. And then that inspired us as well to take a much more active role in developing and improving the buildings. And it's just something which has just gone on ever since, really. And my personal history was kind of my dream. I started dreaming about it in 92 and 93. It became a reality on the 1st of August 1995, which was when we first moved in. And I lived there then for 13 years, moving away in 2008, just for various different reasons, pushing and pulling me in different directions. Ultimately bringing me to Llanrydder, where I'm now living in Dragon's Housing Co-op and teaching permaculture and stuff like that. So I just wanted to share some of these pictures. Some of these go right back to the very beginning, actually, when we first got there. And as I say, of the first sort of 3 years anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing them, because I certainly have.